If God wakes you up at 3 a.m., do not make this mistake I'm about to talk about. And why is that? I will tell you. 3 a.m. is known as the watch or the hour of the chosen. 3 a.m. is known as the watch or the hour of blessings. In Genesis 32:24, Jacob wrestled with an angel, and he said, I will not leave you until you bless me. And the angel blessed him. This happened between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. Hence, this watch of 3 a.m. is known as the early morning watch. It's known as the last watch of the night. I believe everyone watching here knows that we have 8 prayer watches in a 24-hour day. 4 for the day and 4 for the night. 3 a.m. being one of the most important watches. This hour or this watch of 3 a.m. is also known as the hour of divine visitations. This is where people have visitations from God, while others will be having diabolic visitations. And that is because 3 a.m. is the darkest hour of the night, and the enemy loves operating under the cover of darkness. So this is where he releases his hosts. This is where witches, warlocks, you name them, they are at work. Yet on the other hand, God is also at work. So if God wakes you up at 3 a.m., don't make the mistake of forcing yourself back to sleep. Let me say that again. The number one mistake that people make when God wakes them up at 3 a.m. is to force themselves back to sleep, because some think they woke up maybe because they wanted to go to the restroom, and that's being logical, and that's what the enemy wants you to think. He wants you to think that. He wants you to think you woke up because your alarm rang. Perhaps you woke up because something woke you up. But I want you to understand that nobody wakes up at 3 a.m. by mistake. What you are dealing with is more supernatural than it appears. What you are dealing with has crossed the line of the natural. It's now supernatural, like I always say. Right there is an opportunity for you to tap in God's wisdom. Why God's wisdom? Because it is God's wisdom that will show you the plans of the enemy against you. That's why intercessors will tell you that during this hour, you need to overrule all human and diabolic decrees against your life. Because it is in this hour that things that are planned against you or your family in that day or for that day will be revealed as you are praying. So you tap in God's wisdom, and it is through that wisdom that God will capacitate you. You will end up knowing what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who to do it with. Not only is your opportunity to tap in God's wisdom, but it is also your opportunity to tap in God's protection. This is where you pray for protection. This is where you pray for your family members. This is where you tap in God's guidance. This is where you tap in revelations. This is where you tap in God's strength. This moment right here is a special moment. And guess what? Not everyone wakes up during this watch. There are people who will set alarms just to wake up during this watch. But guess what? They will not even hear their alarm. But you, without setting any alarm, you are always waking up at 3 a.m. Sometimes it's 3:03. Sometimes it's just between 3 a.m. going to 4 a.m. And you always wake up and you don't know why. Today, you know why you are waking up. But there is more into it. Just knowing why you're waking up. You need to tap in your assignment. You need to start functioning in what God has called you to function in. You are not just an ordinary believer. You are chosen. And right there, you can reschedule things. Right there, you can redirect things. Right there, you can rewrite stories. That's why it is important that you don't take for granted what God Himself wants to do through you. And the 3 a.m. mystery goes beyond what one can comprehend. Hence, Jesus said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. In Mark 14:38, He said, watch and pray. And this now hour of 3 a.m. is the right moment for you to materialize the supernatural into the natural. People receive financial breakthrough during this hour. People receive marital breakthroughs during this hour. People receive healing. People receive deliverance during this hour. And that is because in the spirit, gates of possibilities, graces, and anointings are opened. Now you know that you are not waking up because you wanted to wake up, but you are waking up because God is doing something through you, for you, and by you. Most importantly, to you. Why should I pray? It's because prayer forms you. Prayer is for your formation. So every time you pray, you are capacitated. Hence, I always tell you, an attack on your prayer life is an attack on your destiny. This year, don't allow your prayer life to go down, because an attack on your prayer life is an attack on your destiny. And I pray for you wherever you are, that God will show up and show off in your life this year. Wherever you are, I want you to quickly type amen.